It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Hawks and the Titans on EA Sports.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaunt alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
On first down, Tannehill. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll find Jones again, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Play action. It's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown. Will send this one away after the touchdown. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, he obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then it curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That catch good for only a couple. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that'll set them back 5. back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Now a give right side. Carson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this to Ferguson, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 now. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Alton Robinson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Midfield now. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to run.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure out the passer.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A 10-play drive that time, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to take off, baby. Hey, no.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Run. Tight right. Bring up.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Derrick Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Henry again on 2nd down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Polamalu. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this 1st half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Tackle by Darrell Taylor.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got this down to the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, end with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Chester Rogers. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They'll start with the option. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is DJ Reed returning. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. He'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it 1st on offense to start the 3rd. But their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. Tannehill
and the Titans come up now 1st and 10. just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. A give to Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Henry. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He completes it to Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run with Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. He gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. Bullett's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. By Playing time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. You watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Tennessee offense set to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this out to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stop down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Back to throw, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice
open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, it's caught, Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Three yards remain for 2nd down.
Now a give right side. Carson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
56.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. from back at the 4. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Henry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a Tennessee Titans victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.